I really didn't want to have to make this like section, at least like this, yeah, the section for the episode. But guys, I'm sorry. Um, I apologize for what I said in the Black Adam episode. It really wasn't, you know, very professional of me, if you could say. I'm really sorry. It was um it was uncalled for. And what else can I say? Just learn from this, move on, and see what comes next. But I think it's gonna be a bit too hard, after what I did, what I said. So I'm sorry, guys. You deserve better.
Anyways, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand new episode of Media FA. Today, I'm joined by Trxvy. How are you?
I'm sorry, guys. Nah, I'm just oh man, feeling better than ever. Feeling great. Very apologetic for what I said in the black eye.
This is the running gag, folks. This is the running gag. You know, it was just the funniest thing. That episode became our most viewed episode of all time. Like, I hope that this episode does better. Like, I want every DC episode to just do increase in viewership because I am going to. Anyways, like,
He is not leaving
okay.
anything out. He is not leaving anything out.
No, 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 no. Like this episode, I am going to fucking just go on as for Miller because they deserve it. They fucking deserve the absolute onslaught. I'm about to do this. Just like like the Flash movie failed because of them. Like it's all their fault. Just like Hawaii, but like it like. But just yeah, we're talking about the Flash. Actually, fun fact: I've not done the Shazam. I have not rewatched Shazam, so I'm doing this. I am uh pre-recording this before I even do that episode. So there's that because I don't want to watch Shazam. But this movie's worse. So yeah, the Flash was one of the first movies that they revealed for the DCEU, and this is actually one of the last. I think it's the third last DCEU movie. It is actually, and this promised to change the DCEU forever, and it did.
Yeah.
It really did because this became the first bomb. This became the first catastrophic bomb in the DCEU.
This
It really
was
did change history. Uh,
it stayed with it to its promise. I mean,
yeah, just so you know, I think I've mentioned this in the Black Adam episode. But you know what? I think it's gonna be a great juxtaposition. I think that this episode will do well just because the Black Adam did well, and it's gonna be contrasting what happened with the movie where this movie bombed like hell. So just for context, I think I did mention this in the Black Adam episode, but the Flash had a budget of 200 to 220 million dollars, and it made back 271.3 million dollars. So just 51 million dollars, which isn't enough.
it's
Just
nothing. It's
it's
literally nothing.
and you know why isn't enough? Because it
Almost a
is
break even.
the one of the only. It's the only DCU movie in the entirety of the slate of 2023 to get a Super Bowl commercial. I remember
Huh.
this vividly. The first trailer was revealed in the Super Bowl. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the Super Bowl commercials cost a fuck ton.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking at right now. How much does a Super Bowl ad cost? So it costs to run an ad on the Super Bowl $7 million for 30 seconds, and
Damn.
that is
Seven
just
for 30
yeah
seconds.
7 million for 30 seconds, and The thing is that the Flash trailer. Let me just look that up. Was second. Uh, it's the first one, I think. Yeah, it's this one. It is 3 minutes long. So quick math. Where's my calculator? It's rounded out to 3 minutes. So that is 180 seconds. 180 seconds divided by 30, I think. Is that how you do it? No, I'm being stupid. Um, okay, so that's six instances of $7 million. How much is that? 70. Okay, so the trailer for the trailer. What the fuck is this number? The trailer for the Flash for the Super Bowl. The one trailer for the Super Bowl cost Warner Bros. $42 million.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah, this movie bombed. Just to put it into context, the one trailer, it the one trailer, if it was just one trailer for marketing, which it obviously wasn't because there were TV spots and like a second trailers and all that, it would have just saved this movie. It would have just, but it wasn't. It wasn't just the Super Bowl commercial. It was more commercials, and it was a lot of commercials. It was supposed to be DC's big movie of the year, and it bombed hard.
Bomb like hell, like
It
absolute
is
hell.
impressive, just like Ezra Miller's career bombed. But anyways, yeah, The Flash. Here's the disaster. Here it comes. So, yeah. You know, we'll begin where we always begin with these episodes. I don't even know. We're just gonna get straight into it. I have a lot to say about this movie. Definitely, there's a lot to say. Not on the side of the characters, but definitely on the side of just like everything, really. So let's start with what we always start with: the CGI in action.
Oh, that was it, it's definitely CGI. It's definitely CGI. You know, total horseshit, but it's definitely CGI.
You know
And the
what's the
excuse that
worst?
they use, and the excuse the director used to make up for or like try to explain the bad CGI was just downright
You know,
laughable.
I was getting to that. The guy actually fucking said the CGI is shit on purpose. Who says that? Who says the CGI was shit on purpose? Are you trying to make your movie fail? And
Oh, regardless.
it's not just the opening scene, right? It's not the fact that the CGI has this glaring issue every fucking scene that the Flash runs, where the ground is moving faster than the Flash's feet. That's beside the point. The fact is that every single instance of a CGI cutscene in this movie, a cutscene, I was getting ahead of myself. Every single instance of CGI, of a CGI scene in this movie, looks like a PS2 cutscene. Without fail. It's impressive. Like, I don't know if you remember, like, we watched this movie, like, what, last year? They didn't rewatch it or anything. They don't, first of all. But second of all, like, you didn't rewatch it, like, at all. Like, your experience is just the one seating in the
It's just a
theater.
one time. No, yeah, the Flash is just a one time thing.
Keep it that way.
Yeah. No,
Just
no,
so you
yeah,
know.
no, no, yeah. Believe me, I'm not planning on watching that movie. anytime
I
soon again.
rewatched it. And fun fact. So usually when I watch a bad movie, I get a headache afterwards. It's just a fucking thing, right? And like the first time I watched The Flash, I left the movie theater with a headache. You know what happened when I rewatched The Flash? I got a fucking headache.
Oh,
Do you know how bad? Do you know how bad? Do you know how like bad it is for you to like watch a movie and then like a year later, fucking rewatch it, only for it
and
to
then have
suck
the same
as
effect.
much as you watched it the first time. Like you know what to expect. You know why it's bad, and yet it still gives you the biggest like, not the biggest migraine, but definitely a migraine that like you only experience like when you're going out to theaters. It's insane. How does this movie do it? How did this movie do it? I don't know.
This movie is so bad. It's unique.
This movie
This
is so
movie
bad.
is so bad.
It's giving my body a physical reaction. It feels like my brain is like banging against its skull.
This movie is so bad. It possibly gives you brain cancer.
Yeah, I think I have it right now because of the movie. I think that week of no wait no I'm actually lying. That like 3 weeks of the first 3 weeks of June for movies was like it went like this. So the first week was Across the Spider Verse, fucking masterpiece, right? Then Rise of the Beasts, like an okay movie, and then the fucking shit cake that was The Flash. That's the finale. That's how it went down in quality. Like that
It
three
just
like those
kept
three.
getting worse and worse.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at how like that 3 weeks. I went to the theater 3 times in June. Like no wait, like more than that. I think at least 3 times in June. I have the tickets right here. What I'm talking about. I keep my tickets. That was what last year. Yeah, here it is. Spider Verse, Transformers. Yeah, I went. Those are the three movies in the span of a week or so, and they just kept getting worse in quality. It's actually fucking surprising. I can't believe it. How? Who fucking how? How did this movie fail? Okay, so this movie was like I mentioned it, that this was one of the first movies they revealed for the DCEU. So it's been in development since at least like 2019, like 2016 around there. Since like Ezra Miller was cast as the Flash, all the way back in like Batman versus Superman, which still sucks shit. But
It's definitely a movie. It's definitely a
yeah,
movie.
I haven't watched it in like almost like since it came out. But like just that movie gets repeated in like people's heads all the time. I say it on Twitter, not all the time, but definitely a few times. It gets brought up when people are like defending Zack Snyder, and it's like, just fucking stop, just just don't. Zack Snyder's a hack. Stop. Zack Snyder's a fucking hack. You know what? You know what's the worst part about this man? This man, like Zack Snyder, he had the worst ideas of all time. So I don't know if you know this, but back in like the early stages of the DCU, he had entire control. Basically, he made the first two movies. He did Batman. He did Batman. He did Man of Steel and then Batman v Superman. I haven't watched Man of Steel in a long time. I gotta be real with you. I don't know if it sucks shit or not. Honestly, it's really forgettable. Um, then there was Batman v Superman, which a lot of people are saying it's like people say it sucks shit. I haven't watched it since I was 10, but like, yeah. So like my quality receptors weren't as enhanced as they were now.
My quality receptors.
Yeah, no. Now I can tell when something sucks shit. Uh, but like then there was what was it? and then there was Suicide Squad. Fun fact: the first Suicide Squad movie is the only movie from the DCEU I haven't watched. It used to be there with Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, but I actually recently watched that movie. Spoilers, it also sucks. But um, I can't fucking believe it. Every single movie in 2023 except Blue Beetle sucks shit from DC. They had 4 movies and funked 3 of them. Anyways, what was it? I was just fucking talking about. Man, what was I talking about? The Flash is giving me fucking brain damage. Oh yeah, Zack Snyder. Oh yeah, so I haven't watched Suicide Squad. Yeah, no, I have not watched Suicide Squad at all. Have you watched it? No,
The first, I mean, yeah, the first one,
yeah.
yeah,
This
and
is such shit.
it's a movie. That's
It's a
all I would
movie.
say.
You
It's
know,
a
like I
movie.
want to go. I want to go back and do all the. Eventually, do go back into the DCU movies because unlike the MCU, the DCU is dead. Um, it died last year. It's about to be replaced by the DCU with Creature Commandos, and then we're gonna have a Superman movie, which I find it funny that both universes are starting with Superman, but we might get a good Batman. Uh,
Yeah.
what was it? Fucking hell. So yeah, I watched Suicide Squad, and honestly, fuck it. Just I don't want. To. I don't want to, but I will eventually. But yeah, the Flash. Just we're going on about the CGI and action. Let's go back to that. So the CGI sucks. There's not a single instance in this movie where the CGI is actually good. Like,
Yeah, no, not at all.
and the action is like pretty bad. like people were praising the apparently I looked at the Wikipedia page, but like people were praising the action. Like, brother, how are you gonna praise the action when it looks like a fucking PS2 cutscene? It looks like I can run on my GameCube. I don't get it. I don't get it. Who approved it? The thing is, like,
There's just,
what my
listen,
what
man.
confuses me?
There's just things we will never understand, no matter
You
what.
know, like what confuses me is that this movie has been in development since again like since 2018. That's what I was getting. Like, they had so much time to develop this movie, and they just didn't. And I know why they didn't because Zack Snyder left, and apparently everyone at DC was fucking lobotomized when he left because they couldn't think of anything to go after after they brought in Joss Whedon. He fucking castrated the Justice League, and then it went downhill from there. Like, does that make any sense? No. Somehow we got 2 movies afterwards that actually didn't suck shit, which were Aquaman, the first Aquaman movie, and Shazam, the first Shazam movie. Which is funny because then both sequels suck shit. Anyways, after Shazam we had Birds of Prey, and then Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh no, we don't talk about that. We do not talk about that. We
And
do
then
not
after
talk about
And then
84.
and then somehow we got Zack Snyder's Justice League afterwards, which was like okay, but it was way too long. Um, and then we pick up the pace of the Suicide Squad. That was good. And then there was Peacemaker, which is the best DCU anything ever. And then Black Adam, which we all know we all know what we think about Black Adam. And then Shazam, which I haven't rewatched
I'm
yet, but it's
sorry.
still shit.
I'm
And then
sorry.
there's
I'm
this
sorry.
movie.
Apologize.
So like they had when was this movie fucking? Where's the development for this movie? Here we go. That's not what it is. No, I was like, oh, early attempts. Like, oh, the development of a film based on the DC Comics The Flash began in the late 1980s. No,
Oh yeah.
that's not what I was talking about. Anyways, oh, oh no, it's way worse than I thought.
What?
So, the movie The Flash was announced in October of 2014.
Oh
Exactly
yeah.
10 years ago.
Yep. Yeah. No, yeah. They've like DC was like behind the they were always behind the scenes trying to
They were
make
behind
a Flash
Marvel.
movie.
The thing is, like, what happened is they wanted to get to Marvel, and they just couldn't. They just couldn't. At least now they're on track. Now they can get to Marvel because DC has James Gunn, right? Fucking Guardians of the Galaxy man here, right? Like they have the fucking best director that Marvel ever had. Legitimately no misses at all. And so it can work. It can finally work, and they're not doing Justice League immediately. That's fun. Anyways, yeah. So, fun fact: it was announced 10 years ago, legitimately 10 years ago, and it was set for release. Get this, March 23rd, 2018. So yeah, it was delayed 5 years. Oh wait, no way. That's actually so fucking hilarious. In February 2016, the film's release date was moved forward to March 16th.
Oh,
Look where that ended.
look.
When was the first delay? When was the first delay? I have to know. Oh yeah, the film was announced on the title Flashpoint. No, it wasn't. There's no way it was. Oh, here we go. Filming is expected to begin in Atlanta in February 2019.
Oh wow. Wait, wait. You're muted. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Hopefully you heard nothing.
No, no, no.
All right. So yeah, it was, and then the Flash was aiming at 2021 release, which we all know how that ended. But the Flash, I can't like fucking hell. Just okay, whatever. Anyways, yeah, they had 5 years. No, 10 years. It's worse. 10 years to actually get the movie to production. Two, like find out what they want to do with this movie, and three, well, it looks like they already have what they want to do set with this movie, but execution wise, we'll get to it. I'll tear this movie a new one. I'm telling you. And then we had, and then they have like to actually fucking do the movie, and then it bombed, and then yeah, it all went to shit. But anyways, this movie CGI and action just suck genuine ass, and I feel sorry for whoever worked on it because they didn't deserve this. I hope that whoever worked on this movie just scrubbed it off their resume because because I think this movie would like tank careers. The only benefit to having this movie on your resume is that you worked for DC and Warner Brothers. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoever did okay, if anyone from the production team is watching is watching this episode, I was about to say movie. Please don't watch The Flash. Just don't put this movie on your resume. I'm giving you the best advice you can have after working on this piece of shit. Don't do it. Don't
Just the
don't don't
best advice in the
don't.
world. Just don't watch this
don't.
movie.
No, yeah, and if you worked on this movie, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. That didn't happen. Just, just they did. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Well, but I watched. No, 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 no,
No, no.
no, no.
The credits are AI. The credits are AI generated. Didn't happen.
It didn't.
Oh, that was invented by a writer. It didn't happen.
I
Nope,
refuse.
not a
I
chance.
refuse.
Didn't happen. No, you did not work in this movie. I I would rather live with that cope than legitimately thinking and legitimately saying, yeah, I worked on the Flash. You know how I said, you know, how in like Marvel episodes, we've been joking that I could save Blade. That I could go in there and save the Blade movie. I couldn't with this movie. I couldn't. Like I would kill myself. Like genuinely. If I directed and wrote this movie, just Mercury found dead on his home, age 18. Not happening. No.
No, and even
I
at that,
would.
like, and even at that, like, even if you die, then people can say, "Oh, his last work was The Flash."
Oh yeah!
That
God
is
damn it!
that just throws mud at your name. That just
I'll
throws
make a
mud.
I'll make a banger short film before I die.
Bangers.
Legitimately, like 1 minute of like anything, and it'll be better than like having the Flash as my last project. You know what? Thank you, Trxvy. If I worked on the Flash, I would do a short film afterwards and then kill myself. Thank you.
Hey man, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make you kill yourself. Or at least if you're gonna go out, at least let me give you something good before you
I
fucking die.
not like oh no no don't call this number nah just like if you
Just
worked on the Flash just say you didn't or just make something else and then just if in fact if I ever make a horseshit project like the Flash which I hope I don't I'll take your advice to mind. Anyways, if you worked on a Flash, don't kill yourself. Actually, please, just say you did it. Just say
just,
you did it.
just grab your
Simple as
balls
that.
and just
twist them. Just twist your dick entirely.
Yeah, just fap until you forget about it. You know, it's like alcohol. Just you
snap
drink,
into your
nice.
pocket through stuff.
But anyways, yeah, I think that's all for CGI in action. We've been going at this for almost 30 minutes. Let's talk about let's talk about the characters. There's only
Uh, oh,
four because I don't want to talk about General Zod. I don't. This movie chose the worst movie to ever like, to adapt to take Flashpoint.
yeah, I
Anyway,
agree.
let's talk about Barry One. Let's talk about the actual Flash. So, what does he learn? Like, okay, so the movie is all about how you shouldn't change the past, right? Like, it's all about that. You know, things happen for a reason, and like it's all just like it's these bad experiences change you as a person. What does the Flash do in the last 10 minutes of the movie? He goes back in time and he places the tomato tin on the top shelf so his dad can be innocent. He learned nothing. He's such
Nothing.
he's such
Just
fucking
nothing.
It's just nothing. The Flash in this movie is nothing, and that's why it doesn't work. Like, okay, Flashpoint hinges on the genuine. That is what Flashpoint hinges on. They got it to a T. Well, not entirely because they didn't adapt Flashpoint, but like they got that at least. They got the message of Flashpoint at least, and then they decided to take their pants off, drink a bunch of laxatives, and shit all over it. They decided to, instead of making the Flash's suit bright red, just making it turd brown. That's what it
Turd.
did. That's what they did. They make this movie look like my toilet after Taco Bell. That's what they did. Just what the fuck? Genuinely, what the fuck?
I love how
How?
distraught you sound. Just how the fuck? What
No,
the
seriously.
fuck?
You know what the thing is? It's that they made Flashpoint. They've added Flashpoint 3 times and fucked up 2 of them. Like they did the animated movie, which was Flashpoint. If you want to watch Flashpoint and you don't want to read comics and you just want like a very summarized version of Flashpoint and still it being good, just watch the animated movie. Just watch the animated movie. It's
I
so much
remember.
better.
I remember. I rented the movie from like Redbox years ago because I thought it was for
Damn,
kids.
Redbox.
Yeah, yeah, that good shit is the OG. Is the OG.
So, you know what? Rip Redbox. It was a real one.
Rip Redbox.
Oh, dude.
That was the shit, man.
I
But
was so
like
sad when I saw Redbox was like shutting down.
that day in humanity.
Yeah, we lost
But
we
yeah,
lost a good
I remember when I rented the movie in Redbox like years ago, thinking it was for for kids because of the animated stuff.
Oh no!
Um,
Oh no! No! No!
no, no, for anybody, no, no.
But that movie, I haven't watched it yet. But it's like the best adaptation of Flashpoint because it sticks to the comics, but like it enhances the comics. Like that's what I think. And it's for anyone who just doesn't want to read comics and just wants to watch what Flashpoint's about. That's best about this movie. And then there was the Flashpoint in the Flash TV show. Now, you could make the argument that the Flash TV show has a Flashpoint adaptation equally as shit as this one. It sucked so much ass. So I don't know if you watched the Flash show. Have you?
Not really. A
No.
few scenes,
Good.
but
I watched it until season 3, and that's when I realized that after this, it's gonna suck so much shit. And you know what? I was right. It ran for 9 seasons. Um, I quit a third into the series. Yeah, I don't think I've quit a series as hard as the Flash. Cause I just knew it was gonna suck so much ass. But like, yeah. Basically in the show, the first like at the end of season 2, I'm pretty sure Barry Allen goes back in time to save his mom. Just normal things, and also we had the we had the Reverse Flash stuff, so at least it was like that. But Flashpoint is supposed to be this big event, right? We all know it's a big event. Batman, because Batman isn't Bruce Wayne, it's Thomas Wayne. Martha Wayne's the Joker. Uh, Atlantis and Themyscira are at war. Uh, like there's a bunch of different things going on in in Flashpoint. And actually, I just realized this movie has one thing from Flashpoint, 2 things from Flashpoint. No, one thing from Flashpoint. One and a half. One and a half. But yeah. So, and like, it's a big thing. But the thing is with like CW Flash is that CW Flash didn't have the rights to all those, like couldn't use all those characters. It couldn't use uh Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Batman, Superman. It couldn't use all those characters, which is basically Flashpoint is the end, like equated to end game of DC, I guess, stuff like the big crossover stuff. But like then the CW couldn't use all those characters, so they had to resort to something else. And Flashpoint lasted for 2 episodes. Flashpoint, the biggest story for all of Flash, lasted a whole 2 episodes, and that's insulting. Almost as insulting as this movie. Yeah, Barry is such a nothing character in this movie. He does nothing. He's like very stupid, but
just like that, very
not as
stupid, very
very
stupid.
stupid. But he's not a he's not as moronic as Barry 2. Barry 2 is the worst character of the movie by far.
I
So Barry
agree.
2 is not only the main, is technically the main villain. Not really. The main villain is General Zod, but they're both not really the main villain because General Zod is more like a plot device, and the evil Flash. He didn't give, I think his name is Black Flash because and not stupid because Black Flash is a completely different character.
He's not a black man,
Oh no, he's the Dark Flash.
but he's not a dark man.
No, Dark Flash. Here we go. He is not even that much of a character. I can't believe it. But anyways, yeah. So the Dark Flash, he just used a really random villain from the Flash. So yeah. Anyways, so Barry 2 sucks because he's obnoxious as hell. He is just really annoying, and that's the point. But it doesn't go. It doesn't go any. It doesn't do anything. It's not like it's good. It's not like it's good annoying. It's not like he learns. You know what's the worst
Yeah.
part about you know what's the worst part about the Dark Flash? That he shows up at the beginning, then the movie forgets about him, just forgets about Dark Flash, and then at the very end, it's like, oh, I'm the Barry, and I've been at this for years. We're so close, and then 30 seconds later, he dies. Who
Just like
wrote
that, he
this?
just dies. He just
No,
fucking
really,
dies.
he doesn't even fight. He literally kills himself. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
he goes, he goes, and like he goes in oh, we're so close. Then they don't even fight. He just like gets impaled, and then he like fucking Daniel snaps away. Motherfucker, he's such a bad villain. I can't believe it. Who wrote this?
Definitely
Yeah,
some writing.
yeah.
Definitely people who
But
write.
yeah, Barry 2 just sucks. And the thing, there's no build up to it either. It just happens in the last 20 minutes. It just happens. That is bad. That's just pretty bad. I went into this movie thinking, if people were fucking James Gunn said his movie was the best DC movie, and you know what? I didn't believe him. But like, maybe I give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he watched the movie with his eyes closed. Like maybe, but no. Even if I was 100% blind, I think I would have still made out that this was a shit movie because of the audio.
Yeah.
That's just a reality. But yeah, let's talk about let's move on from the flashes. Let's get into man. I mean Batman. I mean man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
When I was watching this movie, I I was that was in the back of my mind the entire movie. Like, yep, this is where man was born. This is where
Yeah, this is where man was born.
it's so weird at the ears. You know what's the worst part? The fact that in the movie, Barry 2 cuts off the ears of a bat suit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's so good. They didn't know what would happen. They didn't know. Oh, but yeah, Batman was so wasted. Every Batman was wasted. Ben Affleck looked like he didn't care. Uh, Michael Keaton looked like he was like just like about to leave. He was just there for the paycheck, which I think he confirmed. And then
Oh,
George Clooney was just there. George
yeah,
Clooney,
he was just there. And
George
of all
Clooney was
Batman,
there.
I was not expecting George Clooney to come back
I was
at
expecting.
all.
The thing is, like, George Clooney came from like the worst fucking Batman movie. I think he was in what? I think he was. Yeah, I think he's the one in Batman and Robin.
Yeah, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. I think that was
No,
the
no,
name.
Batman was a
No,
Val
I think
Kilmer,
Val Kilmer. Yeah.
but he was
Why
the
only
one
one?
from
I saw I've seen
what?
him. I saw I've seen just one movie. George Clooney interpreted Batman. I
Yeah,
swear I've seen.
that surprised me too when I was like watching the movie. Like, oh, they brought back the worst Batman, like, the Batman from the worst two movies. It's like no, and it's like and like I'm like
It's
I'm
only
after
like
like
one movie.
correcting me, like, oh no, like Val Kilmer was from Forever. It's like, oh, I didn't know that, and
Yeah.
I checked that, like there's no way. It's like, yeah, I knew Val Kilmer was like a Batman, but I didn't know which one.
Yeah.
I thought George Clooney was both of them, but George Clooney only did Forever, Batman and Robin. And you know what? He back then he did look like Bruce Wayne. I wouldn't mind him as Batman. Thing is, he was in a movie that sucked so much shit.
Yeah.
It's just the bad things. And you know, Ben Affleck shouldn't be Batman, man. Like he doesn't give a shit. Every time, every time he went back to do Batman. Every time he got out of Batman, then went back into doing Batman, he has to get in shape because just didn't want to do it. He just went back to like he had to get really buff for Batman. And then as soon as it was done, he just went back, and then he had to get buff again, and then he just got tired of that. Yeah, fun fact: he was also supposed to direct the movie about Batman, but that fell through. And you know what's the worst part about that Batman movie?
What?
The Batman movie that became the best Batman movie of the decade because it's the only one. So the movie about the DCU Batman became the Batman, and that like great choice. We got I think some of the best stuff from Batman because of the Batman movie, but I feel like we were robbed a little because the Batman movie that was supposed to feature Ben Affleck Batman was going to be about him fighting Deathstroke. We were robbed of
Yeah.
Deathstroke, and that makes me kind of pissed. Like I'm very glad that we got the Batman, but
Yeah.
like I I I want Deathstroke. I want you know what?
We
There is
we want we
some
want
there
we want
there's
we want Deathstroke.
yeah we
We need.
want Deathstroke. There is some silver lining here because I don't think you know this, but it's been confirmed. We're getting uh a Deathstroke and Bane team up movie,
Right.
and that sounds actually very good. I I'm excited genuinely for this for a Bane and Deathstroke movie. A Bane a good Bane that uses Venom because we had Tom Hardy Bane like a good Bane that uses Venom, and finally a Deathstroke with James Gunn as like the supervisor. I think we're in for a treat. I think we really are. I want the movie to be good so bad, but you know what? There's nothing like actually there. We only have we only have like the announcement and the fact that we know who's writing this movie. Wait, I gotta run a background check. Oh, you know what? No, Maybe we have to see how the movie turns out. So it seems like this movie is being written by the same guy that's also writing Captain America: Brave New World. I gotta look up IMDb. I gotta make sure this guy isn't like AI generated. No, he's not.
Generated.
Oh, he worked on Moon Knight.
Huh.
Okay. Usually, okay. So it seems like these. Okay, so he made a series called Devil's Peak, which has a 7 out of 10, which isn't bad. It's just a good thing. I think that if we're gonna get a writer like that, I just saw those episodes. What was that? No. They're just consistently there's consistently like six, like 7, like around there. Like it seems like it's a good series, like what he made. And he also made Moon Knight, and he also wrote for Moon Knight. There was a movie called Operation Finale, and he's writing for Captain America: Brave New World. So he's currently on Disney's paycheck, but that will change soon. But yeah, so there's that, but Batman, actually all Batmans just don't do anything. I love how in the movie, like the Michael Keaton Batman just like wants to die. Like takes every opportunity to just die. Like he crashes into the ship, then he fights a Cybertronian, hand to hand, and dies for no reason. I don't get it. And also he just knows about the multiverse. That's not really explained. And it
Yeah.
explains it in the most confusing way ever, like, oh, spaghettis. Like, huh? What's going on? That's how I guess that's how like Flashpoint worked, but I don't think that's how Flashpoint worked. But yeah, um, that's Batman. Anything more to say about Man?
I love man.
I also
I
love
live.
Man.
I,
You know,
I live
the only
for.
you know the only saving grace
The
about
only
this
good
movie
thing
is
that came from the Flash was man.
you know what? That's good enough. S tier. I'm kidding. No, no,
Thank
no.
you,
I would
Flash.
never.
Thank you,
Thank
Flash,
you.
for man.
Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on to I guess let's move on to Supergirl. Supergirl got done dirty in this movie.
Yeah.
Just the actress can. I think she could do a good Supergirl, but she's being immediately replaced. Like, just we're getting a new Supergirl with the DCU, which is gonna be the second movie that comes up for that universe. We're getting a completely new Supergirl. She is not going to be played by this actress, which is sad because I think she can do Supergirl really well, and she definitely showed that. And fun fact, this is what I was talking about. This is the one thing that they actually took from Flashpoint. Aside from the fact that Flash's mom was killed.
Hmm.
Fact is, in Flashpoint, Superman was actually kept by by the Russians in like this lab, and he was taken away from the sun, and they adapted that for Supergirl, and there's like the same thing. Thing is, it, it was in a better project. Let me say it that way. It was in a better project. I feel like it's a good. I feel like they made an actual good choice, making it Supergirl, because Supergirl is usually brought into Earth like already an adult, and she has to adjust to Earth, and so making her be like this super recluse, just having her have a pretty bad time with humanity, could have been a really interesting character, but just she had to be stuck in this movie. She just she just had to be stuck in this movie, and anyways, That's it for the characters. Let's talk about the plot. This is the worst part of the movie, generally by far. So the plot
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. You know, the Flash breaks into his own house, which isn't the first time Ezra Miller has broken into someone's house. Um, there's just there's just like a lot of things happening. Like, oh, the Flash gets his powers, but then he loses his powers. Like the other version loses his powers. And it's like this whole thing. And there's just a complete lack of cohesiveness in this movie. There's things about this movie that it contradict each other. Like the fact that Flash can't move people. And then that happens sometimes, but when he's doing the fucking baby saving, like, he just moves those babies around. And they don't fucking vomit out everything. And he moves multiple people. And then just like doesn't work. It's like they didn't want to follow their own rules. And you know what happens when you have a shitty rule in your movie? You get rid of it. And that rule did nothing. That rule generally did nothing for the movie. I don't know why they put it in there. And also, what? Like at the end of the movie, again, at the end of the movie, like Flash changed Flash put the tin of beans, the tin of tomatoes at the top shelf, and that was enough to just and that was like a pretty small thing, but didn't the movie was just going on that that just the smallest action could cause a chain of events that could like that could go on forever, like just to change everything. Why isn't it just the exact same thing, but but now George Clooney is Batman? It defies its own logic here. Is it that like the Flash's life is like literally the center of the universe and everything like and when like, making a small change, it does everything.
Yeah.
It is moving is moving a tin of tomatoes into a shopping cart less of a big action than moving an entire shelf up. I'm sounding stupid because I know that like fucking Flash mom survives and his dad's gonna go to jail, but like come on, it's the same thing. You're still changing the past, and that should change everything in the universe, shouldn't it? And like and still Arthur, Jason Momoa still Aquaman. It seems like it's everything the same, but George Clooney's now Batman. And to be honest, here's what I think should have happened. I think this movie should have been the reset. This movie should have been the
Yeah.
reset to
That's,
DCU.
I thought that was literally like for me. I thought that was what I was gonna go to. When I
And
first got the tickets for the movie, I was like, okay, so I
that's
imagine the
what everyone,
Flash is gonna like reset the universe since it's gonna fuck it up entirely. But no,
that's what everyone thought of because we all thought that the new universe was going to be a soft reboot where yes, faces will change, but the events won't change, and they'll just go on and like do new stuff. I kind of saying that those events happen, but they happen in a different way. That's what we all thought. But no, that wasn't the case. They're just scrapping it completely. They're done. The only thing that's being saved is the James Gunn stuff and Blue Beetle. That's it. That's all they're salvaging from the DCEU. Which, you know what? Blue Beetle doesn't even need to be from the DCEU. It can just be from the DCU. And it is part of the DCU. Like that's the crazy thing. It is. So you know what I would have done? I know people will disagree with me on this, but I think that kind of like how Marvel started off with being a bit more grounded and all that. I think that the Batman for this universe, for the new DCU, and what they should have done at the end is reveal that the Batman that replaced Ben Affleck was Robert Pattinson. I said it. I said it.
hmm,
I think that the Batman should have been canon to the DCU.
hmm,
Robert Pattinson is not that old. He's 30. Okay, he's 38 years old. Not that old. Still not that old. He is old. He's young enough to carry around the title for quite a bit. and I think that's just what. And I just think that that's enough because you have a pretty well respected Batman here. And sure, maybe it would have been a dumb decision because it seems like Matt Reeves really just wants to do his own thing with his like own pretty grounded Batman universe, and I do like that. I do like that we're getting two versions of Batman. We're getting a much more grounded version of Batman, and we're also getting like in the DCU proper, we're getting a very much in line with the comics Batman, which like with like Poison Ivy, Bane with the Venom, Joker with the laughing gas and all that, like the goofy stuff, like Clayface actually made of clay, all that stuff. Like we're getting the usual comic Batman in the DCU, and we're getting like a really gritty take on the universe with the Batman. But I think that if they really want to do something interesting and not interesting, but like do like I think a smart business decision is just make the Batman canon to the DCU. Just it's already perfect enough. I think that the new Superman, David Cronson, whatever his name is, David Corin, whatever the fuck, Corin Sweat. Yeah, there we go. I think he contrasts Robert Pattinson's Batman pretty good. I'm gonna send you a picture of how different, like how they look side by side. Superman and Batman. I typed LOVE and I saw Love Story.
Oh god.
All right, let me try to find it. All I'm getting is Batman v Superman. This is awful. Where is David Corin Sweat? Superman and from here we go. Here we go. Look how. Hold on, let me send you this. Look how good these two look together.
All right, let me see. Yeah, yeah.
Batman like the high tech, and Superman being more like more like simple, more humble. I guess more humble, and Batman being like going to like the fear factor of all his armor and shit. Yeah, no, I think they would have fit together really nicely. And I feel like if
Yeah,
they
me
want,
too.
I accidentally clicked the join on my laptop. But anyways, I was saying like they can't like if sure it will be a controversial decision. I get it, but it's also a decision that actually kind of I would get behind. Really, I would get behind this. I know it's like my biggest hot take ever on the podcast, but I feel like Robert Pattinson Batman could really fit as DCU's Batman, and that would have been cool to see at the end, just like Robert Pattinson Batman. Just confirm it
Yeah.
right there and there. But they won't do it, and you know what? I'm fine with it. Right? I'm fine with the direction they're going with Batman. But yeah, what I didn't like is the fact, talking about George Clooney, is that the fact that they did a lot of unnecessary nostalgia baiting. They had the Let's Get Nuts line. They had again George Clooney. They had like all the cameos at the end of like the dead actors. Fucking just kind of going into the weird cameo stuff, like fucking they had the scrapped
I mean,
uh
shit. For the love of
The
God, they even got like Nicolas
Yeah,
Cage's
yeah, the Nicolas
Superman.
Cage fucking Superman. That was from a Nintendo
Yeah,
64 game.
that I honestly tripped at that part because I was not expecting that. I was not expecting.
I was I wasn't expect. I think we kind of knew it was coming because like I think some leaks happened that it was gonna. Oh wait, no, actually no wait. You know why we knew that was gonna happen? Because the director said it was gonna happen.
Really?
The director spoiled it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. Anyways, and the thing is, like, that cameo would have been fine if the movie was actually made, because the thing is, like, the Nicolas Cage Superman thing is actually kind of an obscure thing, all things considered. Like, it's pretty obscure. It's not something that's really known by the public, and they don't really talk about. Nobody really talks about it. So people are probably gonna be really confused seeing Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Yeah, I had the same thought. Honestly, I just sat at the theater and I was like, I just know people are confused for like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I think people didn't realize that was Nicolas Cage. It looked so bad.
Yeah.
Like at first, like he looks like a completely different actor. You know what it
For the
looks
love
like?
of, for the love of
You
God,
know what it looks
Nicolas
like?
Cage as Superman is insane.
You know what it reminds me of? I know this is gonna be a thing you're gonna get immediately. It looks like Megan Fox in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. It's
That's what the CGI looks like. It looks like a video game, like a video game scan of Nicolas Cage. It looks just like Megan Fox
well,
in Mortal Kombat.
well, yeah, yeah, yes. I mean, it's definitely a render.
It looks like they had like a no wait. You know what it looks like? It looks like the fucking Dead by Daylight model for Nicolas Cage.
Oh my.
I don't mean I don't know if you know this, but like but Dead by Daylight got a sort of Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage. I don't know to what extent. I don't know if Nicolas Cage is just there in the game, but like, but they had a crossover with Nicolas Cage, and it looks exactly like him. Let me find it.
Yeah,
Dead
I seen
by
that.
Daylight Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is one of the 44 survivors. Let me let me post both pictures side by side. Not side by side, but like back to back. Suriname. Nicolas Cage. There we go. Is it here's Dead by Daylight? Actually, the Dead by Daylight one looks better. And the Flash.
Wow.
Yeah. How Dead by Daylight got a better like fucking scan of Nicolas Cage is beyond me. Anyways, yeah, no, it's just fucking unnecessary cameos. The plot doesn't make any sense at all. They don't do anything. It just goes nowhere. Legitimately, like what's about Barry? Like the plot goes nowhere. Like the Dark Flash stuff again, bring out of the plot into the plot at the very end. Uh, they just didn't do anything with Flashpoint. And let's get into the final point. Like, do you have anything more to say about the plot, or like move on to my my biggest complaint that I kind of talked about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think you said enough for I think you said enough for the plus. I don't really have to add up to anything other than man.
So yeah, my last point is DC just fucking hates Flashpoint, I guess. Just really, really hates Flashpoint.
really, really despises it.
Like they got it good once, and then like, oh, we're gonna do Flashpoint. I don't think people know this. The thing is, like, when you think of doing a Flash movie, people think of like Flashpoint. Oh, Flashpoint. The thing is with Flashpoint is that it is the last movie you want to do. It is. If you want to do a Flash movie, do anything else. Anything. Because the thing is with Flashpoints, it hinges on you being familiar with the DC universe. And first of all, DCU didn't do that well. And second of all, this is the first Flash movie. Like you have to be acquainted with the Flash and to be acquainted with the DC universe. And this universe and the character failed at that. So when this movie comes out and when it's announced it's gonna be Flashpoint, and people are like, most people are like, wait, you don't do Flashpoint because you have to introduce Reverse Flash. Well, apparently, they didn't think so. And the movie is worse because of it. Flashpoint needs Reverse Flash. I don't care what else you change. That is inconsequential, right? I don't care if you bring back Michael Keaton as Batman. That can work. I would have preferred if Michael Keaton was like a Thomas Wayne Batman, but that's beside the point. I don't care if you do anything. If you do any, if you change, if you grab Supergirl, if you don't, or do the Atlantean Themyscira Civil War. I don't care what you change. I don't care. I don't even care if you do the fucking General Zod thing. I think that's actually the only semi-okay decision that they have in the movie where they actually did General Zod, what they did with General Zod, because it's like the only big thing from this universe. It's like the only big event. But this, every iteration of Flashpoint, every adaptation has to have Reverse Flash because then it doesn't work. Because Reverse Flash is the reason why Barry goes back in time and saves his mother. It's not because of a fucking tin of tomatoes. It's because Reverse Flash. You know what? I'll give the movie the benefit of the doubt. We don't know who killed Barry's mom. We don't. But apparently it wasn't important enough to be in this movie. We didn't get Reverse Flash. And that is the biggest sin of the movie. Because Reverse Flash needs to have it so this movie works, and it just doesn't work. It's so bad. It's such a fluke. Man, just I don't get it. At least the show had the decency of having the Reverse Flash. At least had the fucking decency. This movie's like, nah, we can do it without, and then it sucks shit. It's like, well, actually, the movie was shitty on purpose. We wanted the movie to bomb as hard as it did. And in the back, you see like an executive wiping their tears. Just like, why? Do you need Reverse Flash? He would have been a good villain. He would have been such a good villain. And you nope, nuh-uh. And it's like, god damn. Oh. You know what? Actually, Reverse Flash. I'm glad Reverse Flash wasn't in this movie. If this movie stayed as it did, with Reverse Flash as the main villain, and he just dies, I would not have forgiven this movie. I really wouldn't. You know what? I would have to make a new tier for the movie if the Reverse Flash was at the same phase as Dark Flash. I would be genuinely pissed off. That Reverse Flash is Barry's arch nemesis, and it's like, oh, I'm here for 1 second in the movie, and then I'm here in the end, and then I die. Don't know. You know what would have been an interesting plot point? If like
What?
for some reason the second Barry was Reverse Flash, because in the comics Reverse Flash disguised himself as like Barry Allen, like changes like his face and all that to look like the Flash because the Flash is like his idol. And it would have been interesting to see like to like maybe like to make it seem like all is normal, but then like but it's actually like reverse Flash killed the Barry of this universe, like pose as him and live his life. That sounds so fucking Reverse Flash. It was me, Barry. I lived your entire life. I made you. I deceived you and shit. Like God, that would have been such a Reverse Flash thing to do, and they didn't. They had to know. They had to know that Reverse Flash was a big part of DC of Flashpoint, and they didn't do it. I can't believe it. I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad at this movie. It's the same thing is happening from Black Adam, but I can't move it down a tier. Actually, I can. Okay. Oh, this movie insults me. It's too good for the F tier. I don't know. Yeah, no, it doesn't deserve the F tier. We'll get into that later. But yeah, just fucking they did Reverse Flash. They did Flashpoint the worst way possible. So anything you want to touch upon in that like at all like
Man.
yeah. God damn it. I would have been less insulted if Man was the main villain. I would have been less insulted, genuinely, that Reverse Flash was in this movie. But yeah, I think that's really about it. About everything I have to say for this movie. Just fuck this movie. Um, before I give my rating, where would you rank it in the in the in I know it's F tier. You don't have to tell me. Is it F tier?
It's man tier, man tier. Nah, man tier is actually crazy.
Okay, that's below F tier. You know what? I'm adding the man. Here we go. We're changing up the thing. It's below F tier. It's so bad. Anyways, you have the same opinion as me. I made a new tier for this movie. The Z tier. I'm not joking. Hold on, let me.
Not
I know
even
you won't be.
C tier.
I know
Not
you
even
won't be
C
able to see
tier.
it. I know the fans won't be able to
Just
see it, but I'll confirm it for you. Here it is. I'm not joking. Check the Discord call. It's right there. It's right there. And fun fact, I know. Here you go.
there it is, man. That's rad. That's
This
rad.
movie has depassed the F tier. This movie has gone down over like 20 characters in the alphabet. This movie's an insult. But in all seriousness, it's an F tier. Like, in all fucking seriousness, this movie fucking sucks. You know what? Wait, I just realized. This movie came out the same year as Secret Invasion.
Oh,
Same month. Same week? What? No, fuck it. Just give me Secret Invasion, goddamn. Was it the same week? It was the same week!
okay.
It was 5 days later! What the fuck? Oh my god, the first people also ask, why was Secret Invasion so bad? Even the fucking Google knows it sucked so much shit. Anyways, yeah, it's F tier for both of us. Just also, Trxvy, your first F tier.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Oh
joking about
shit!
the fucking man thing, but
I think I
this
didn't.
is your first F tier. And you know what? If we kept the joke running, it would be the first thing that you put below F tier. It's the first thing that generally fucking like insults you. Anyways,
My,
I don't blame you. Anyways, yeah, that's the Flash. Uh,
it's too
if you
generous.
like this movie, fuck
These
you. If you hate this movie, leave in the comments below. Leave an entire essay on why you hate this movie in the comments below. I will read all of it. I will peer review it. I will submit it to anything. I will submit to institutions. If you like this movie, do the same. Actually, no, don't go fuck yourself. Actually, uh, I said don't do that, but write the exact same thing I am saying. Write an essay about why you like this movie, so I can print it out and send you a video of me burning it. Anyways, put your Discord in there too, just while you're at it. Like just send, or like anything really. Put your phone number down there so I can send you to you personally. I can put like a little like a personal thing. I'll open up a Cameo so I can do that shit. Like you pay me to watch me burn your review of the Flash. Anyways, yeah. Um. Well, that's about it. You can find our socials in the description except Twitter because Twitter has sadly Elon Musk has decided to suspend my account. So all I gotta say to Elon Musk is fuck you. I hope your next SpaceX rocket blows up. Anyways, you know, say your goodbyes, I guess.
Man,
Man will be there for all of us. And remember, guys, Elon. I
man,
hope Elon.
man.
I hope. I hope one day,
Elon, if you're watching this,
if you listen to this, mark my words, I will sit you down